So there are different control flows we have. One is if else. This is the conditional flow. So it will be help to change the flow of the program based on the conditions. We have the for loops and while loops. These are the used mainly to perform the repetitive tasks. So let's understand each one of them one by one. So first one we'll go to if else. So if else, so as name suggests, what if x is equal to y, and there will be a set of execution statements, and else will be having some set of statements to execute. So there are two different, if you see in the diagram you can see here block 1 will be having some set of statements, and in between there will be a condition. If this condition is a true, then block 2 will get executed. If this condition is a false, then block 3 will be get executed. After completing either block 2 or a block 3, again it will go and perform the block 4 execution. So this diagram will explain how if and else condition works. Other than that, you can also check on the statement. So how we write if condition. So if conditional expressions colon and then block of statements to execute, then else colon blocks to execute. So this is the format we use to define if else. Now let's understand how we can, if we have a condition and inside that again we have else if condition, so how we can put it. So in the second block we can see here if conditional expression 1, then if it is a true it will execute this block. Else if this is not true but again second condition is there, then we will have block to execute. Else, that means if both conditions are false, then the third block will get executed. Now let's understand this by executing some codes. Yeah, to understand the if else more perfectly, we will go through some small set of code. This code we are writing to find out odd and even number if the given number is odd or even. So let's say n is equals to 10 if n is divided by 2. Even numbers are the one where the which is divisible by 4. So if I have a code, and now we will use this module operator to get the what is the remainder left. To get that, we will be using this operator equal to 0. So that means if my n is divisible by 2, I'll put the colon, and here I'll put print even. If it is not divisible by 4, that means it's odd. So I can just put else. Inside else, my block of statement will be print odd, right? So let's run this small program to understand better. So now for value 10, it's giving even number. Now I'll put some odd value, which is 3, and let me run this code. Here we are getting odd. So this is this odd and even identifying odd and even numbers code. We are doing it using this if and else conditions. Okay. Now for example, now if I have something like if x is, let me put it like this, if n equal to 3, print equal. Now I want to write a code where if n is equal to 3, we'll be going to write equal, that n is equal to 3. If n is less than 3, it should print that n is less than 3, and if n is greater than 3, it should print n is greater than 3. So how we can do that? So first we'll check if n equal to 3, it will print equal. Else if we will check n is greater than 3, print n is greater than 3. else print n is smaller than 3. So here we will be using else if elif. Okay, let me run this code. I will assign value of n as 3 initially, and let's run this code. So we'll be getting if n equal to 3, it is going to print equal, and since this condition is executed, this block of statement will not get executed and it will just come down. Now if I put n is equal to 2 and if we run this, n is smaller than 3, so how the code is getting executed? Now the n is equal to 2, if now n will be replaced with 2 and it will check whether 2 is equal to 3. No, so it will come to the next condition, that 2 is greater than 3. Is this condition true? No. Then it will come to the else part, and whatever is printed in the else, it is getting printed in the screen.